Welcome. Today we're just going to be talking about the collections and there's a lot more options out there. This is a 22 caliber pellet Sig Vertus. We're doing a high pressure air on these three. So keep in mind you're going to have an air compressor that can handle that. I don't recommend the hand pump, but it is good to have as backup or field use, but you're not going to be using these too much out in the field. Now, we did previous videos on this one, the modification, but what I want to talk about is this is a remote tank adapter screwed into this other adapter, and we're not doing CO2 anymore. So you'll be using a high pressure adapter here, or even on this one you can put a tank on it, or do without the tank and regulator and put the adapter on this one and run it remote. But cost wise, everybody wants to try to get the maximum joules, and that's fine if that's what you're after. I'm not against that. I set these up for specific reasons of what I've got the guns for. Now these are all non-lethal, not including that one, but now that they're modified, they could be considered lethal. So be careful what you do. This one, I wanted to keep it around the 40 joule mark. I'm just under that. And it's so that I can still launch some of the Grimberg kinetics, which is a 6-gram tear and pepper gas with iron infused shell, and they'll handle 44 joules. Now I can't shoot it in this. This produces 53 joules with a rubber ball, and I've done the aluminum balls at the weight that they are, and I'm still getting around the 53 joules. So you can't shoot even the Grimberg kinetics in that. But this is for rubber ball use only, for what I've got it set up for, and it's going to sting like the dickens. This one, I want to shoot the Grimberg kinetics, and that's what it's set up for. These are pretty much gate guns just for population control, crowd control, that type of thing if needed. This is the torpedo revolver made by Mercury Rise. Now this is the house gun, and you can set it up shooting rubber balls out of it, or CS gas balls, or the torpedoes. And out of the box, it's producing somewhere around 8 or 9 joules, something like that. That's still pretty good little thump to it, but it's not going to be nothing like these other two. These are set up more for long range because we have an uphill advantage here, so I can launch and make it all the way to the gate with either of these guns. This one is still going to hurt you. This one's going to hurt you and gas you. And the newest to the collection, don't much care for the orange, but for what it is, it's good it is orange, because this is the truck gun. And it produces about 10 joules right out of the box. 50 cal. That's the HDP 50 Gen 2. And it's old tap and go, so it's the truck gun. And that way, you get pulled over, you let them know you got this in the truck, anything in the truck. And this one we're going to be doing more videos on. It's basically stock. I did add a 1100 PSI regulator and a 3000 PSI tank because the gun itself will handle 1200 PSI. It comes with an 800 PSI regulator with a 3000 tank. So that's added a few more feet per second to the 22 pellets. And we're going to also show you how to modify the magazine, which the belt, it's a belt driven magazine, to where we can link the belts and you can do a multi-feed. Instead of switching it, it's going to be hanging out the bottom. Might look a little funny, but when the time comes, that thing hits pretty good. It's still getting about 680 feet per second out of that, so depending on the pellets. But those will be in future videos. Now let's talk about the price. This, without the optics and the laser, that's a $100 gun. $100. CO2 powered, slap and go. This one, just the way it is, and it came with, this one actually come with 10 pepper torpedoes with it for under $100, without the optic and the laser. This one was under $100 and came with 10 pepper balls and 10 rubber balls. Not bad for 10 joules right out of the box. This one, not modified, is under $100. The tuned barrel and the extension was about under 90. The adapter's under 40, and then the hose kit and all that's probably around less than another 100 with the tank and the adapter and the hose and a belt with the holster. Okay, so let's say you do the tank and regulator, this, without the tuned barrel and that, you're still under $200. Well, maybe a little bit more now. Depends on how late you watch this video. Things might go way on that power. So, but anyway, this gun, without the laser, the optic, or the sling, I got under $200 in, and being able to produce what I'm getting out of it. So that's, you know, you can modify them all you want. It just depends on how much you want to spend. I knowed what I wanted these guns for. I got them up to that level. That's where I'm stopping, because I want to be able to do what I want to do with them. Same with these other two. Now this one, I've done modified it as far as I'm going with it, other than I've bought up extra magazines and belts, and I'm going to modify those and show you probably over 100 links put together hanging out of that magazine. So we'll do a future video on that. Y'all stay tuned and have a wonderful day.